Welcome. Welcome, everybody, to Famous Cartoonist Says Things. This is the morning edition this afternoon. Welcome to Famous Cartoonist Says Things in the morning, but in the afternoon. How is everybody? How is everyone out there? I'm doing good. I finished lots of things. And now we're going to go jump into the Gordy dimension. Get some music going here. Get some vibe. Get some nice vibes, some nice rhythm. Yeah. I'm good, man. I've been away for a while. And I'm glad everyone's stuck with me. I've been away for a while. But I am back. And I finished lots of stuff. I finished Super Pets. I finished Drew and Jot. I am working on Gilbert number 4, trying to get it done. But it'll be done probably today or tomorrow. And I'm going to start up live streaming again. I love it. I miss it. Let me see what you guys are saying. D. Brad's here. Good morning, Art. How's it going? It's going good, man. This guy's watching me. I'm watching you, Facebook user. D. Brad says, this morning here. See, I knew I'd still get the morning crew, the morning crowd. The West Coasters are still getting out of bed. The East Coasters are already working. And the Mid Coasters are just waking up. It's me just having coffee. Take a swig for the Mid Coasters. Oh, yeah. I'm doing good, man. I've been working a lot. But I'm finally done. What's this guy say? Good morning, Mario. Mario's a good man. Anthony Michael says, hello, sir. I'm commenting live from my parked car as I eat wings. Oh, my God. God bless you. Baby Jesus must be with you right now because that's a good thing to do. Oh, yeah, man. The Facebook users are probably coming from, I like pink very much, Lois. But if there's some way you allow yourself to be said or something, and you could put your name up there. I don't know how that works, but it does. Good to have you back. Yes, Danny. Good to see you too. Thank you for buying my Loki that was on eBay. That was real cool. But I'm back. I got more time. I finished a lot of things. The last few weeks I was working 30 hours a day, and that's difficult to do. But I was doing it, and now I'm back, and my schedule is opened up where all I'm doing now is working on my own things, which is awesome. I don't have any publisher deadlines. I only have my self-inflicted deadlines right now, and which means I don't have to do what I don't want to do. And I'm trying to get things finished to pitch to book publishers, things like that, which is going really well. Swig for book publishers. This is delicious coffee. It's a little bit hot. I microwaved it, then I set up my camera, then I couldn't go on right away, and I had to microwave it again. So it's got double heat. Sweet. The song is grooving, man. So what do you guys think of the beard? I started growing it July 4th, and I was in the middle of deadlines, and I finished. I can't remember when was it last week or the week before, but I finished on a Thursday. Then I got in the car at 2 a.m. and drove to Cincinnati the next day on a Friday. I don't know if that was last week or 2 weeks ago. I have lots of stories to share, but I think we're going to go, I don't know, Comics podcast tomorrow. So I might save them for there. And if we don't, then I will save my stories like this at another time. So this episode's kind of like it's like a prequel. This episode's like a prequel to the rest of the world. It's it's a prequel to the rest of the show. It's like when you graduate college or high school and they said, today is the first day of the rest of your life. Well, that's how it is a little bit around here at the Electric Mill Creations Art Studio. But that's pretty cool. Jenny's here. Hello, Jennifer. Hello. Say, yes, you are very beardy. Thank you, man. It feels good. It's nice and soft now. I've been forming it Yeah, this is episode 0. It's a deep breath. This is episode -1, but we're not negative. We're just before 0. We're like BC, the year before baby Jesus. That's what this is. Not that the next one's gonna have baby Jesus. It'd be good to have him guest star. I'm trying to think of how to get that. We'd have to see like a mist or a baby with wings. But I'm real happy, man. I haven't felt this feeling in a long time. Where ever since I finished deadlines, I had dinner. What's going to be coughing? That means time for a sweet. Oh yeah. Well, I haven't had, or since my deadline's finished, I visited the comic shop and I had dinner with 2 of my friends on separate times. 2 different friends too. And I'm playing that social, I'm having social relations now. I'm going out there and saying, hey man, can you meet me here, man? And they're like, yeah, man. And we meet there, man. And then we dine. We eat, we have beverages and food, things like that. And that's really cool. And I have so much time now that, I'm not overwhelmed with time. Time is what I make of it. I don't have to sit 30 hours a day with the shackles. Not even shackles. I don't want to speak negative. But it's like somebody gives you a dozen donuts and say, I need you to eat all of these donuts in 20 minutes. Can you do it? It might be a difficult task. You might be able to do it, but it could be something. So I'm at the point where time is I work on comics every day still, but it's so freeing to, like, if I need to stop, I could stop and take a break or go out to dinner or watch a baseball game, or just, it's not 24 hours. So it feels really good. And I think this is what normal people feel like, because people go to work from 9 to 5 and they go home at 5, and then they have the rest of the evening to chill. So I'm kind of like, I have a daytime hours kind of schedule now. Sweet. It feels good though, right? So I'm working on things. I'm going to go back to printing books. I'm going to print Abraham Linkage real soon. I got to finish. And I'm going to print Webster the Spider Monkey real soon, and Hero Man. I'm going to print, those are my first 3. Besides All Ya Comics number 15. I think we're going to print that one up. Me and Franco and the All Ya Comics crew. I think I'm going to do that. But what's been happening, I'm going to reveal things to you. You guys probably don't even know this, but I'm going to see what you guys are saying. Skokey Spidey. Skoke. Mike Campabasso says, I go nuts for donuts. Yeah, man. And Dr. Ben, no more vampire hours? The vampire is waiting. The vampire's always here. The vampire's up there right now. And it's Salma Hayek, so it's okay. It's the Salma Hayek vampire watching me right now. And she's hovering. She's floating. You know what? I don't think that's Gordy's music. Let me check. It may not be Gordy's music playing. It says it is not, so I cannot play this. Yep, we're going to start over. We're going to start over. Because Gordy's music was just not playing, and I was like, I don't need to get copyright struck. You know? There you go. We'll get back to Gordy. But anyway, the Salma Hayek vampire is always here waiting. And she's waiting to turn me back to vampire hours. But I have a few things I have to do. I have to be places. I have to get on a plane in a week or so to go to New York Comic Con. And my flight's at 6 a.m., which is nuts. But I want to arrive. I want to arrive early in New York City so I can get to the city, get to my hotel room, and then chill, like have a nap. Because that's what I do when I'm old. I need to lay down sometimes. So I go to the hotel room and I chill, have a nap, maybe buy some chips and beverages and snacks and things, because the playoffs are starting while I'm in New York City. The Sox are going to the first round. Looks like against the Astros. The Astros yet to clinch. So it's possible they could lose a few games. But they will be playing baseball. So that's what I want to do. I want to get to New York City early on. I think it's Wednesday I arrive. Show's not till Thursday. I don't know if it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I don't know. But I know I get there the day early so I can chill. And Thursday is the show. And I think the playoffs start on Friday and Saturday. Sweet. So the vampire must be defeated because I got to get on that 6 a.m. flight. But also this Sunday, if you're in the Brookfield Zoo area, if you're at the zoo in Chicago at Brookfield Zoo, I will be there Sunday drawing for animals. It's true. I'm going to be drawing stuff for people and for animals. And I'm not sure if you have to buy a ticket. I think you have to register and buy a ticket to get in because of these trying times and such. But I'll be there drawing, man. It's going to be my first, well, went to Cincinnati. So this was supposed to be my first appearance, but it will be my first charity appearance in the last 2 years or so. Sweet. And it's for my cousin. She's running the organization, and she designs buildings and things. So she's kind of awesome. Jim Salicrup is here. See you at NYCCCCC. Yeah, man, I'll be there. It's good, man. Maybe we can hang out and talk and do some fist bumps like that. Like that. And I'm going to wear my mask. I have to. It's uncomfortable, but we're going to do it. We're going to get through these trying times. But I have my Vax card so I can get in. So we're going to hang out, man. I'm going to show you stuff. And I'll be finished with Gilbert probably trying to finish by tomorrow. Definitely over the weekend, but I only have like 4 pages to go or something like that. I'm getting there, man. Troy's here. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, yeah, Troy. You're a good man, Troy. So I'm trying, man. Feels good to be back. It feels good to have the schedule open. This is so unusual. So tomorrow I'll probably do a live drawing stream, or maybe later today. I have like 4 commissions to do that have been put on the wayside, put to the side. I had to skip over them because of other things, but the people I've all contacted, most of them I think, saying, hey man, I know you requested this in April, but it'll be coming soon. So most of my time, my people who order commissions are very patient because sometimes I get overwhelmed. And I was just talking to a friend the other day who says, you should put your prices on your website and stuff. And I said, but I get the commissions through these things, through these live shows. But when I put them on my website, I get very overwhelmed. I get overly overwhelmed. And there's no more whelm. It's just all over. It's just all overly over. And the whelm is so small, the rest of it is piled on by overly. That makes sense? It does. I know it makes sense. So I'm good with this because I can handle 1 or 2 a week, you know. And I have 2 painting commissions. I'm gonna get back into painting. And pretty soon, man. Pretty soon my live painting shows will start up again. I'm really excited about this. And I was gonna go on yesterday, but I saw Jamar went on, and I don't want to interrupt Jamar's show. I like watching his show, so that's why I didn't go on during Jamar. And then the White Sox came on, and I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna draw all night. And that's what I did. I drew till about 2 in the morning, went to bed, and I got up today. When I woke up, that's what happened. I woke up and got out of bed. I dragged the comb across my head. Actually, I dragged the comb through the beard. It looks so good, man. Before I started growing the beard, I was researching. I researched in every site, everything that told me how to grow a good beard. All said to wait 2 months before you do anything. And I don't know why this music is playing other than Gordy. It's playing other than Gordy. Don't know why. And I don't want anyone other than Gordy. So we're gonna go here. This will be Gordy. All right. I don't know why it's switching. Don't know why it's switching. All right, we got it. We adjusted. We had technical difficulties on Famous Cartoonist Says Things in the morning. Sweet. Oh, so good. I need another one. But anyway, I was researching. I know that you guys are real interested in this. How to grow a good beard. How to get a good, healthy beard. How to get a beard where it doesn't irritate you and lives with you, like in your lifestyle. How do you get a beard? So every site says You can't cut it for 2 months. You got to get through the itchy stuff. You got to get through the weird stuff. Then at 2 months, you're going to see the shape your beard is taking, which way it's going to curl, which way it's going to grow. And then you wait another 2 weeks, and then you start trimming it, forming it. And that's what I've been doing. I'm real proud. So hopefully by C2E2, it'll cover my tie. No, maybe. But look at this. Look at this tie, guys. I got a Jose Luis Garcia Lopez Justice League tie. When I was in Cincinnati, there was a guy selling handmade bow ties. I have 4 of them. I bought 4 of them. I bought 3, and then he gave me 1 for free. So he's a good man. And I want to look into it to get some custom comics ties, handmade ties. They would be a little expensive, but if I was to resell them. But if I was to wear them myself, I'm pretty satisfied. I think his site has man, I forgot what his site's called. But his name is Joe, and he does custom ties. And his ties sell for about $25, but if I want a custom one, it's like $40. So for me to resell a custom one, I might have to sell for 50 or 60. That's too much. So I'm just gonna make some for my own. Sweet for custom ties. I love you guys. This is the most viewers I had in a while. Like that I could see. Let's see, Trisha saying, nothing worse than the above the whelmed. Right. When you get overly, and then you get overly whelmed, overly overwhelmed. It's bad. It feels like you're swimming and you're treading water. That's what it is. You're treading. You're not even going anywhere. You're treading. It's hard, man. And then at that point, every book you work on when you're overly overwhelmed becomes a forever book. Like, how am I going to get this stuff done? And I don't like when the books become forever books. I like when the books become just every day. Like, I'm going to do 4 pages today. Okay, you get it done. And you could do 4 if you want. You could do 5 if you want. That's true. Let's see, D. Brad says, okay, tell me all the comic books you have completed since we last saw you on the live stream. Ooh, I did 4 Super Pet books. And I completed Drew and Jot number 2. And I'm almost done with Gilbert number 4. I got like 4 pages, not even. I think I might be on page 81. It's an 86-page book. I had to stretch out my story to 86 pages so it wouldn't be so cramped, because it was starting to get rushed at the end. So I wanted to let it breathe a little bit. And I asked for more pages, and they said yes. And then I drew 90 pages. And they said 90 is too much. You could have 86. I'm like, oh, so I had to condense it a little more. But self-editing is a good thing. It I eliminate unnecessary panels. So I think Gilbert 4 is, I think it might be the best story and that I did out of the 4. But as far as world building goes, when you build worlds and add mysticism, you add that stuff to that. I think it added a lot to the Gilbert number 4 story. I think it's really cool. Sweet. Oh, yeah. And I've been not rewriting. I'm bringing back some characters from my past. The Cray Babies. Remember the Cray Babies? I started writing some of those stories because I'm getting them ready. I have some plans for them, but it's still secret. I will let you know. And then I'm working on Cora de Flora from Bora Bora. I'm working on that as a book pitch, and I'm working on Go-Go Z, and I'm working with a secret one, a third one that I'm not quite sure which one it is. It could be my Moon Happy Sunrise, or it could be something else. But you guys haven't seen that one yet. That one's still secret. That one's not on the internet. The only thing that's on the internet is me just saying it right now. So I've been working with a book agent, which is really cool. And she said I could start talking. She said, promote, promote, promote. So I said, I'm gonna make banners, like, you know, the banners that are behind the artist tables. I got 6 of them now. I got 3 with the characters. I got a Gilbert one, I got a Drew and Jot, I got Action Cat, I got All Your Comics. I got a bunch of them. But I'm gonna make a Cora de Flora from Bora Bora one, and probably a Powers in Action one, because I'm working on Powers in Action Volume 2. Volume 2. Working on that. I've been doing a lot of doodles in the sketchbook. It's been nice outside. I've been outside writing. I think last weekend I was writing. And that's why I'm looking forward to going to the airport, because I like to write at the airport. So my flight's at 6. I'll probably get there about 3 in the morning. I'll leave the house at 2, get there at 3 in the morning. And then I'll just sit at the airport and write with some coffee. I can't wait for that. I'm kind of excited about everything happening now, the future, because there's nothing to tell me no. There's no restrictions. And if a book doesn't go to a publisher, I'm going to do it on my own. I keep thinking about crowdfunding. I keep thinking about either Kickstarter or Indiegogo. The good thing about that stuff is the fan backing, but the bad thing about it is mailing stuff. Because I know when I mailed the stuff for Oh Yeah Comics Kickstarter in 2012, that was overly overwhelming. I was filled with whelm and glee, but lots of whelm. So I don't know if I want to go through that again. And not only that, but I show up to the post office and they roll their eyes. And they call, hey, get that guy from the back. And then they call a guy, and then he's my guy every time I come in. So I don't know if I want to do that again. That's a lot of work. And I feel that might take away from me making the book. So I'm not sure. So I might just, what I've been doing so far, selling stuff on eBay, selling stuff on my website, and taking all that money to print the book. That's probably what I'm going to do with Abraham Lincoln. So you're going to see a lot more stuff on eBay. I'm going to be drawing some stuff for eBay, putting it up there. And so I'm going to hit the internet aggressively, trying to earn some money to publish some comics, because I don't want comic book money to come out of send my kid to college money, because college doesn't care if you want to print comics. Like, we need your money, man. So it's separate, like the income I make for the family in college goes there. But to print a comic book, I think all my eBay stuff and all of my website on my online stuff all goes to printing a comic. And for every time I print a comic, I need about $3,000. So I'm going to print Abraham Lincoln. I got enough money to print maybe 2 books right now, maybe 1.5. I will have enough to print 2 books soon. But I'm printing Abraham Lincoln will be my very next book. I only have about 13 pages, maybe. I know it's less than 20 pages to go, maybe 15 pages to go. And my buddy Chris Smith, General Zod, he'll be very happy that I'm there, man, because we wrote that together. He wrote the script. I drew it. It's been a long time coming, and I want it to be done right. I want it to be done in a standalone issue. It's going to have Oh Yeah Comics logo and Electric Milk logo on it, because all the books I'm going to print on my own, they're going to have Electric Milk logo on, as well as Oh Yeah Comics. So I'm real excited. So any book that doesn't get accepted as a pitch, it's like, no, don't worry about it. I'll do it. I'm going to do it anyway. And usually my agent told me, that's what we like about you. You're going to do it anyway. That's true. So Powers in Action will be coming out. I don't know if I'm going to print 5 issues or 4 issues or a thick volume. I might do 4 40-page books instead of 1 big thick volume, and try to keep the 4 40-pagers into a self-contained, maybe. But I got a lot of story for Powers in Action is written as a 6-volume book. So maybe I will go for it. I'll just go for it. And if I print it on my own, I'll figure out how to do it. Maybe that will be the crowdfunder, that 1 big book. But then I hear horror stories, so I don't know if I want to do that to myself. But I like it. But then the crowdfunder guy says, you got to do it, man. It's part of it. Like, yeah, but then I become a shipping and receiving guy. I want to draw stuff, But I got to think about, I'm 52 years old, and I got to have a plan, man. Most people retire at 65, 70 maybe, 65. Some guys retire early from UPS at 55. So I got to find out what's my next plan for the next 10 years. Because in 10 years, I'm going to be thinking, hey, man, everyone else is retiring, man. But I don't want to retire. I know I'm going to be drawing till death. Till I'm like 70. I don't know. What if I only lived to 70 years old? But I'm going to keep drawing. And say, okay, wait, one more one more face with no nose. Let me draw another Gilbert book, you know. But we'll see, man. It's a challenging time, but the door is open. It's like that last issue of Superman when he lost his powers. He was exposed to gold and kryptonite, and he opened the door and he left. Nobody knows what his future is, but he has it. Swig. Did I say a lot of stuff right now? That was D. Brad's question. That was this question. All right, D. Brad, let's see. What's going on with Power Comics in you? Yeah, man, Power Comics. That's my friend Austin Huff created Power Comics. I'm going to tell you inside. Here it is, man. Inside scoops. I got 11 you watching, but it keeps flickering. 12, 13. We're going to get it, man. I'm going to tell you secrets right now. I got 2 secrets to tell you. Swig. My friend Austin Huff wants to write comics really bad. This was a few years ago, maybe at this point it's about 2 or 3 years ago. Because every few months or so, me and my friend Austin go get wings and beverages at Hooters, sometimes Harold's. But we like Hooters better because there's TVs. We usually go with baseball. We watch baseball. And then we sit there for hours and hours and just talking about comics. He's a good friend. He's a Migo guy. You know, strong personality kind of guy, kind of like the Rhino. He's like a Yoko Chips, but he's orange. And he can run through buildings like the Juggernaut. But he's cool. I really like the guy. He told me we're like real good friends. So he was writing stories for Batman. He was writing Batman 66 stories. And he presented them to me and said, hey, what do you think of these stories? And so this is why at Hooters we're there for like 3-4 hours because I'm reading his script. I read it all. I'm like, this is really cool. Like, what do you want to do? This is a really fun story. And he goes, I want you to pitch it to DC Comics for me. And I said, well, I'm not that guy. If I'm going to pitch a story to DC Comics, it's because I want to do it. I don't pitch for other people. You know, I can't because then they're going to see me coming and say, oh, boy, what's he got this time? Oh, boy, who's he trying to pitch to us now? So I don't do that. If you want to pitch DC Comics, you got to figure it out. You know, maybe you can ask me names. I don't even do that. It's just go to the website and look at the comic that you want to write for. If it's Batman, you see the Batman editor and then write to them. You know, I don't know what to do. So I told him no. I said, I'm not going to send it to DC Comics. And then everyone at that point, everyone got fired. Everyone I knew they got fired from DC Comics. So now I actually don't have somebody I could send your comic strip to. So your pitch. So I told him, why don't you just do your own comic and change all the bad guys to your bad guys and change all the heroes to your heroes. Change Batman and Robin to your own superheroes and change the bad guys, Riddler, Joker, Penguin, to your own guys. So that's what he did. And so, but with the superheroes, he created public domain characters, which I told him you can't take a public domain character, just take them. You kind of have to tweak them, make them your own. But he's based off of the public domain character. But now you have a different design, but it's close to the design, almost like a upgraded modification. You still with me? Okay. So then he did that. He goes, okay, I got these characters. Cool. And so every 3 or 4 months we go out to eat and then I get an update. So then I get an update and he says, I just incorporated Power Comics as my publisher, my publishing house. I'm like, wow. So then he became a publisher. And then he asked me, he gave me a list of names. And he goes, do you know anyone on this list? And I said, I looked at it, and I'm like, yes, I know everyone on this list. And it was guys like John Byrne, George Perez, Jose Luis Garcia Lopez, Sal Buscema, you know, maybe Sal, one of the Buscemas. Ron Friends was on the list, Art Adams, all the guys that you know. I'm like, of course I know all these people. I don't know them personally, but I know who they are. There was like 1 or 2 guys I knew on there personally. I know Alex Saviak, but I only know him from conventions. I know Brett Breeding, but I only know them from conventions. I don't have their phone number. I don't interact with them. Only at conventions, or I'll eat I'll eat lunch with them in the green room and stuff like that. Sweet. So he told me, I'm going detail here, man. So Austin Huff says, well, how do you think I could get, I want all these guys to draw my comic. And I said, how are you going to get George Perez to draw your comic? How are you going to get Joe Rubenstein to ink your comic? How are you going to get Al Milgram? And I said, the only way to get these guys is you have to pay them. You have to pay them a lot of money. You have to pay them whatever they want. Like, you can't really have a page like, well, I could afford $200 a page. Well, then you're not going to get these guys. If you say I could afford $800 a page, you're probably going to get most of them. Because at that time in the comics, none of these guys are working. Like Bob Layton, all the guys who made books that were from the 80s and early 90s. All the books were like Kerry Gamble. Was that in there or did he die? But I know all of these names are in there. So he said, I'm going to contact all these guys. And I said, okay. And so the next time we had lunch, he had a list of guys that said yes. And he had sketches of the characters. I'm like, you did it, man. You got all these guys to draw. Ron Wilson was in there. A whole bunch of guys. And he said a lot of guys he contacted would not draw because they're in their 70s and 80s. And they had agents saying that, no, he doesn't want to take on more work because they're old. Because I know if I'm 52 now and I get tired, my arms hurt from drawing. I can't imagine being 70 and 80 and a guy saying, hey, man, can you draw my comics, man? Or I'll say it like, hey, man, can you draw my comic, man? So, but anyway, he got a whole bunch, a handful of these guys. Like out of the whole list, he must have got about 60%, maybe 70% of these guys to say yes. And then I said, how'd you do it? And he goes, I contacted him and I'm paying them. Like, that's how you do it. You pay them. Whatever they want, you pay them and they'll do your book. So he's got one guy, a new guy who draws classic 80s, 90s style. Before everything went big shoulder pads, it's the era of like Iron Man, Armor Wars, Paul Smith, X-Men, Ron Friend's Spider-Man. That's the era. His comic is very nostalgic. So then I said, how are you going to do this? He wants to do a trade paperback. He wants to do 5 issues. And he was asking me if I would contribute. And I went like, yeah, I could draw maybe a pinup. At the time, I said, maybe I could draw a pinup or something like that. So he decided, like, I asked him, well, how are you going to do this? And he says, I'm going to do a Kickstarter. Like, whoa. And then he just got Mike Grell. Mike Grell about 3 weeks ago just said yes. And Mike Grell is in this Power Comics book. So he's going to launch a Kickstarter on Monday, or the 6th, October 4th or 6th. I think it might be the 6th now. He's going to launch a Kickstarter with all these names. So I'm real curious how it comes out. And one of the tiers is going to be my pinup. I'm going to do a pinup. I'm going to do a painting for it too. We might do the painting as I don't know if it's going to be incentive or the print of the painting might be an incentive. I'm not sure yet, but I know I'm doing a pinup as a poster print that you can order as a tier. But when he told me, yeah, it'll be exclusive to the print, I said, I'm only going to do the print if you put it in the book. If it's not in the book with all those guys, I'm not going to do it. So I want to be in a book with Mike Grell and Joe Rubenstein and Al Milgram and all these guys. So he said yes. So my print will be in the book as a pinup. So that's what he's doing. That's Power Comics. That's what happened. And I admire Austin. I'm blown away at what he's done. And he actually took my advice and ran with it. A lot of people listen to the advice and say, that's good advice. I'll remember that. But he did it. He went and did it. And I remember when Bob Harris told me, when I was showing my portfolio in 1992, he looked at my sketchbook and said, you're a cartoonist. Why are you trying to draw like everyone else? Just make your own damn comic. That's what he said. Exact quote. And I'm like, yeah. And so that's kind of what I told Austin. Stop. Just make your own book. Stop pitching. Stop trying to get a Batman book. Just make your own. And I feel like I created a monster. And I told him that. I feel like I created a monster. But it's a monster I admire. It's like Godzilla's stomping in there. And you're like, yeah, go Godzilla, smash Tokyo. You know? We're not Tokyo specific. Just generic city. Insert generic city. Smash New York. Well, I'm going to New York. Chicago, no. smash randomly generic city here. So I feel like I created a little mini Godzilla. He's got a little beard and he's got a shaved head, but he's cool, man. So I'd really admire what he's doing. So Power Comics is going live on Kickstarter, I think Wednesday, just a few days from now. And I will be part of it. I'm hoping to get my pinup done by then so I can send them to him. So that's what Power Comics is all about. That was a long story. Sweet. Let me see what's happening, man. Let me see what's happening. Bernie's here. I like Bernie. Good man. What's up, brother? What's up, Bernie? Hello. Miss you very much. Can't wait to own more art books. Thanks, man. I'm working on them, man. And it seems such a weird time because I'm working on a lot of graphic novels, which take longer to make. So I'm making 80 pages, 200 pages. But with this new idea I have in my head, I'm just going to draw a book, draw a 30-page book and print it and put it on my website and sell it. I think that's what the world needs. I think that's what I need. I think that's what everyone, the masses, they need that. Joe Crone is here. What's up? Word, chilling. Dig the specs, the hat, the beard, the tie. Looking fly, pumpkin spy. Thanks, Joe Crone. I'm a big fan of Joe Crone. And he knows. You know, when I had my number. Start my here. It seems to be like I'm still on. Live. Yes. I see that Tom Palmer. Yeah, Tom was the guy. I don't think it was Terry Gamble. It might have been Terry Gamble. Terry Gamble. I haven't heard that name in a long time. It's like Obi-Wan. But he's got some, man. He's got some stars, some legends in that. He's crazy, but he's got him, man. Yes, October 6th. So I'm going to back it. I know I'm going to back it. I need to send Austin some pages. Yeah, man. I want to draw some of his characters. Like, I see his characters and I want to make a whole comic, but then I'm like, man, I should just do that with mine, you know? And it said he has some lunch boxes and t-shirts. Yeah, he has cups, lunch boxes. He's making Meagle figures. He's doing all kinds of stuff, man. Everybody here should like and follow Power Comics. Yes, that's true. Like and follow Power Comics. I'm involved with them, and you never know, in the future, I may be involved more. Because I showed him some ideas for my superheroes, and he said to me, why didn't you pitch that to me, man? So if he's up to the challenge, you never know. There he is. Two Sheds, Chris Erickson. It's alive. Yeah, man. I got more business to tell you. This may be unknown business, but it is going to be, I think today's the last day, actually. Okay, here's what's happening. Here's another thing that set me on this path of enlightenment. Okay, several weeks ago, I know me and probably dozens, hundreds, I don't know how many people are on Comixology, the digital platform for comics, but we all got an email. Anyone who has a book on Comixology got an email telling us that Comixology is ending. It's going to be gone. It's going to end. And it's being adapted to the Amazon Kindle. Okay, what it means is all my 83 books that are on Comixology right now, Cray Babies, Aya Comics, Webster the Spider Monkey, Giro Man, Patrick the Wolf Boy, Weirdsville, all of these books and others are all going to be gone. So I have to re-upload each book individually to Kindle. And Amazon's going to develop a comic book app, which will be, I don't know what it's going to be called. Is it going to be a comic book app or will it be a Comixology app? But it's going to be an app that you upload through the Amazon and you could read the books. But as far as I know, I'm trying to develop a publisher page like I had with Comixology, which is really cool because when you go on Comixology and just stream through it and search through it, you could stumble across me. But now with the Kindle, anyone who has, it's true, listen, anyone who has a Amazon Prime account or anyone who ordered stuff from Amazon, you already have a comic book account. Okay? So that means anyone who watches Prime or anyone who ordered anything from Amazon can publish their own book, which that's great. But now imagine the millions of people who now have access to publish your own comic book. Now, that's great, but if you want to go to Amazon Kindle and casually view through and find, hey, let me see if I can find a superhero with a cat with a red cape, it's going to be very difficult to find unless you know the words, unless you type in famous cartoonist, Art Baltazar, Action Cat, Aya Comics, send, and then you could probably find me. So it's a little discouraging because I have to re-upload all my books, but also on Comixology, I was able to sell a book for 99 cents. And the minimum pages I would do were 10 pages for 99 cents. Because I figure a whole comic's 30 page and you go 99.99 times 3, you get to $2.99 point. But now the minimum price on Comixology is $2.99. I mean on Amazon Kindle is $2.99 and not 99 cents. So I feel like a $2.99 comic book where you only get 10 pages is kind of like a ripoff. So now I have to complete my stories. And I was hit with this conundrum. It was a little bit of defeat. And I just learned that Drew and Jot number 3 is on hiatus. They told me not to work on it because the sales, they got to see. It's not canceled, but it probably will never come out. I even started number 3, so the good thing about that is I crossed it off my list, but I was disappointed. And on that same day, I got this email from Comixology. So Drew and John number 3 is on a hiatus, and all of my Comixology titles are going to be gone. I think October 1st. I think tomorrow it's gone because I couldn't submit anything past September 15th. Gone. I think people who bought it will still have access to the comics, but I can't get any new sales unless I upload to Kindle. I uploaded the first 3 issues of Aya Comics to Kindle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4. The first 4 of Aya Comics just to see how it goes. I got to re-upload number 1 because I didn't know how to do the swiping. Because now we have to do our own swiping. And we have to do all that. The technical things, we as creators have to do that where I would send a book to Comixology and then they would do all that and boom, it would show up and be beautiful. But now I have to make sure it's beautiful before I send it to Kindle. And it's difficult. It's real time consuming and takes a lot. It takes a lot. So that's what got me thinking. If I'm going to complete my story like Meteor Mite and Webster, Spider Monkey, and Giro Man, if I'm going to flush those out and grow those out to 30, 40 pages, why not just wait and print it instead? I'll put it up as a Kindle, but that won't be my goal. My goal will be to print it, and then I can put the digital version up on Kindle. So it's crazy, man. It's like everything's in fluctuation. Things are changing all around, and the feeling of independence has never been stronger ever in my career, besides when I started out. But even when I started out printing my own books in 1994, I kept thinking, I can't wait to, this will get me into the big publishers. Maybe someone will see this. But now I'm not even worried about that. I'm more worried about the fans getting the books. Like I can't just sit on all these ideas and let them stay in my sketchbook. I need to get them out there. And there's only one way to do it. Just do it yourself. Like I admire what Austin did with Power Comics. I think he's going to get a $100,000 campaign. He might even get $200,000. I really think he's going to be very successful. Plus, with Mike Grell in here and Al Milgram, he's going to get a lot of people clicking and buying. So I wish him the best of luck. And I keep thinking, should I do that? Should I go that path, or should I just make comics and the way I'm doing it in old school style, retro style, vintage style? I hate saying old school style. because that means you're stuck there. And there's always an old school, but there's always a new school. And the new schools replace the old. So I don't want to go old school. Like, do I do that same self-publisher mentality thinking? And I think the answer is yes. Just make your own books, sell them online, talk about them. And I think that's where I'm going, man. Pitch it to agents who are going to support you and love you. It's kind of like talking to a lawyer. Like everything you tell a lawyer, they agree. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. We'll protect your rights. That's kind of what talking to an agent is like. I want to do this. And they're like, okay, that's perfect. That'd make a great book. And or if they don't, like, I want to pitch this as this kind of book. Like, what I think would be better is this kind of book. Okay, let's do it. So it's kind of cool when you have people on your side. And so the Comixology news got me down a little bit. But then I was like, man, what are you going to do, you know? What are you going to do? Crick Erickson says, lame. They can't migrate. They can't migrate what's already there. They're gonna, man. Yeah, man. FTGs, man. FTG. It's so disappointing. Hey, it's that Cray dude. Hey, thanks, Lance. I'm trying to get the Cray Babies come back. I'm thinking of them, man. I'm thinking of the Cray Babies. They're gonna come back in a different form. Well, not form. No, it's gonna be comics, but they're gonna come back as a relaunch, if you will, a retelling. All this stuff that already happened it's still in continuity, but they're gonna relaunch. I'm gonna relaunch Cray Babies as a book that's gonna be geared towards if no one ever read it. And it's not gonna be called Cray Baby. It's gonna be called something else. You're gonna like it. Once I get it going, I'll reveal what the plans were. I had some cool plans for that, man, but they changed. The announcement was going to be announced, and then it got changed, and I was kind of booted out. So we'll see, man. Dan says, I love Drew and Jot. It needs to be brought back. Yeah, number 3 is on hiatus, and if it keeps going past, like, if it goes a year goes by and this goes by, and I'm going to continue to work on it, and if Boom Studios decides we're never going to do it, you know what? I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to put it out there. And I'm going to figure out a way, man, because it's such a good story. And there's going to be a lot of photographic backgrounds, and the characters get turned into action figures. There's custom Migos in it. It's really cool. And I'm going to do it myself if Boom decides not to. Right now, the answer is not no. The answer is not no. The answer is not yes. The answer is let's wait and see. So if we can get Drew and Jot number 2, which comes out, I think in March. Yeah, you're saying March, January, February, March. If that one comes out and the masses buy it, it's going to be fun. But the bad thing about it too is it's going to be a soft cover. So I'm real disappointed, man. It's not going to be a hardcover. Number 2 will not be a hardcover. It'll be a soft cover. Oh, well. Which would be fine, but I liked how the hardcover looks. But I'll be happy when it comes out. When number 2 comes out, I put a lot of work into it. There's a lot of paint. There's a lot of texture on each page where you can't tell if I drew it or if I painted it live. It's going to be cool. Sweet. So number 3 will come out through me or or Boom. I don't know. Drew and Jot number 2 is still coming out, right? Yep. Amazon.com says March. Yeah, it's coming out. 23. No, it's not 2023. It's 2022. From what I've been told, it's 2022. I don't think it's 23. Hopefully I'm not wrong. Artist of Cray Daddy. Yeah, man. Hey, Michelle Hopkins Gonzalez is here. Are you going to have board books? Maybe. I'm going to be pitching a lot of different styles of books to my agent. We have graphic novels planned, we have storybooks planned, and possibly board books planned. Because I like doing comics, graphic novels, but I would like to do some storybooks. Seems like storybooks is a different market that I haven't tapped into personally yet. I've tapped into that with the Super Pet books, and Super Pets are doing really well. And those are storybooks. So my books will be in similar fashion of the Super Pet books, stories and illustrations, which is good for me because there's a lot less work and a lot less stress. Instead of drawing 4 to 5, 6 panels a page, I'm only drawing 1 illustration per page, which is pretty cool. But the thing about it is I have to write the script now, which I could do. And I'm in the middle of writing a three book Cora de Flora book pitch right now. And it's going to be cool. I'm adapting a lot of the books a lot of the stuff I've already done, but I'm adding some new stories with her family and her grandmother and her cousins. It's going to be fun. Trying. We're going to see what happens, man. Michelle says thanks. Cool beans, not hot beans. Cool ones. The hot ones burn your mouth, man. You go to the dentist and she says, you have to stop drinking hot coffee. It's burning your face. So cool beans are better than the hot ones. Like lukewarm beans. Slightly above room temperature beans, I would think. Not hot, not scalding. Warm beans. Warm beans, Michelle. Sweet. I told you guys a lot of stuff. I wanted to talk about what happened to me in Cincinnati. Or if we'd like to say Skin-Cincinnati. No, we don't say that. But I'll probably talk about that on the Oh Yeah podcast. I think we're doing a show tomorrow. Possibly. If everything aligns right, we'll do a show tomorrow. And if not, then I will save my stories and I will reveal them to you. My famous cartoonist says things are all things that are in my head, things that I'm talking about. So hopefully you guys listened and were digging what I was saying. I don't know what happened, but I just lost half the viewers. Sweet. So what you guys think about that? I revealed a lot unto you. And my brain is going nuts. He said, thanks for the updates. Thank you for listening to all these updates. And thank you for being a fan. Thank you for your support. If you want to support anything that I do, I put all the links in the video. They're on YouTube. They're like, I got threadless t-shirts. I got eBay stuff. I'm going to be adding more drawings. I just sold 2 eBay things. I sold the Frog Thor Frog, Throrg, what his name is. And then I sold a Loki. I'll be adding some more. I'll probably draw some stuff today and add some stuff. And I think I'm going to add stuff, but separate them. One's live one day, one next day, one day, so they all overlap. I think that's kind of fun. It's fun and exciting, and it drives the art collectors nuts, because then they want to buy all of them, and then they get mad. So they write to me, hey, man, I just got outbid, man. That happens a lot. But I do take commissions. I draw for $50 character. I think that's what my prices were before. But that's what they are now. I forget. It's been a while. $50 character on 9x12 drawings. Ink drawing on 9x12 paper. And send it to me. PayPal is my email address, arthurbaltazar@yahoo.com. Send me money and what you want and your address, and I'll make something on a live stream for you. I'm going to get back to painting real soon, but I'm not taking commissions yet for painting because I'm a little whelmed. I'm a little whelmed yet. I still got to get through these, and let me clear it up, and then I'll be able to take a commission for paintings. But right now I'm trying to, I really want it. I might do some live paint shows, but it's just going to be me painting, nothing specific. I just want to paint, just to let the paint go, and just, I paint on wood. I prime and gesso the wood, and I just go nuts. I kind of want to get back to that. I need a painting weekend where I just rock out with music, have some beverages, sing real loud, and splash paint. We'll see what happens. But now maybe I'll try selling some of those because, I just ordered another set. Like these print cards I make, these poster print cards. See, I make a whole set. I just ordered Series 4, which is a DC Comics. They're arriving tomorrow, October 1st. They are due to arrive at my house. So I will have them up for sale pretty soon. They're $20 for the whole set, for a set of 6. And they're really cool. And I sign them and number them. And I've been selling the extras. I get a handful of extras. Sometimes I get like the overprint. I might get like 5 extra. I might get 15 extra. I might get 10, whatever. And I've been selling them in Cincinnati, and they've been going, man. People dig them. I was real surprised that that happened. I put them out in a little box you could shuffle through. They're $3 each when you meet me, and people buy them, man. It's pretty cool. But I don't sell the singles on my site yet. I'll probably just sell them at conventions. So I don't have a lot. I only have about that much, like all combined. I don't have a ton. I don't have all of them. I think some of them already sold out. So on my site, you could get the sets. I have the first 3 sets on my website. It's in the description. electricbellcomics.com is my sales site, my store. And I'm always doing stuff, man. And every time you buy something from me, from eBay or my website, it goes to publishing comics, to printing Abraham linkage, stuff like that. It's true, man. It's true. So your daily updates have been missed. It's awesome to have you back. I'm going to do this more. I really like this. And I don't feel like when I'm doing this, like I got to get Gilbert number 4 done. That's the last thing that's pressing, but it's not a frustrating, stressful press. But I'll probably finish it today, tomorrow, because I'll get done with this, probably have some lunch, then hunker down, and then just draw it until the White Sox come on, and then I think the White Sox are off today, so I'll be watching movies. I'll probably watch Jaws again. I watched Jaws like 3 times on Amazon Prime, and then it was gone. It was left September 17th, and then I saw a notice on Netflix said we have Jaws. I'm like, cool, I can watch it again. I love watching Jaws. It's such a good movie. Sweet. Heck yeah, man. Michelle, I've been waiting for a Wonder Woman set. Yeah, she's in the next set. Wonder Woman, Flash, Superman, Green Lantern, Dr. Fate, and Supergirl. Is that it? Yeah. Yeah. There's a 6-card set and another one. I'm due for another set. Cool, man. I got another, that's 4. I got number 5 and 6 I got to send still, but I got to build up some more funds because they cost me some money. Do draw shows and painting shows too. Yeah, I will. I'll probably do a drawing show tomorrow. I'm going to do something because you guys are awesome. And Michelle says awesome because I think she's awesome. Michelle Hopkins Gonzalez. You have names that Hopkins Gonzalez that you don't see together often. You know, it's like Smith Rodriguez. Yeah, but I like that. There's a story there. Danny says, can't wait to get that Abraham Linkage comics to print. Yeah, man. My son Carter made his own Linkage comic based on your characters when you first introduced him years ago. He is now an aspiring artist himself. Yeah, man. Linkage is cool. I'm doing a one-shot. I don't want to do we teased there could be another one, but I don't want to commit myself to a book 2. I want him to be a standalone, and he might be back in the book 2. But that's going to be fun. Abraham Linkage is going to be good, man. I've been looking forward to finishing this so many years already. And it's going to be good to finally get it out there, the book to the masses. Hopefully, maybe I could get it by C2E2 Chicago. I'm not sure if that will happen because then it's pressure. But I might be able to. Because I know they need to print. Oh, it's already October. Probably not. Because I would have to send it like now. It's not done. But because I know the printer needs about 2 to 3 weeks possibly to print it and shipping. But I don't like to put pressure. I just send it, and then whenever it comes, it comes. I get a shipping notice saying, hey man. They say, hey man, your book's coming, man. And that's what I like. Sweet. Let's see what he says. D. Brad says, could you combine your 10 pages into an anthology comic? Ooh, I could. I thought about that too. I thought about making an anthology trade, but now I'm thinking like, I like having one character story in a whole one-shot book, like a number 1. And I want to do 40-page books instead of 28. I want to do a 40-page book. I think that would be more fun. Then I could do with a whole. Then I could sell them for $5 at the shows. Because when I was selling Cora, and people would say, "What's that?" I'd say, "The Cora, it's my new books, 40 pages, $5." They would just pick it up. They wouldn't even argue the price. But if I say, if I charge $5 for a regular comic, that's a little pricey. But for 40 pages, it's nice and thick. Plus, you get 40 pages interior, and then you get so it's 44 covers and stuff. And I try to make every page appealing. I don't waste a page. So I think I'm going to do that. But Abraham Linkage will be 32 pages. It'll be 28-page story and 32 pages will cover. So it'll be 28 inside. But I don't want to add more because I want that book to come out. If I add more pages, then it's going to take longer. But I want to finish that. I only want to charge $3 for Abraham Linkage. So that's the goal. But the next one after that will probably be Meteorite or Webster. Because Meteorite is all drawn. I drew like 3 issues because it was supposed to come out with Dark Horse. Then it got replaced with Action Cat and Adventure Bug comic. But then that series, after the Action Cat and then Grimace and The Mask and Hellboy came out, they didn't want to do any more. It kind of like, oh, I was supposed to do more. But I'm real grateful for Grimace Island and Action Cat. And I'll probably do another Grimace Island story eventually. Me and Franco got to hunker down and start writing. And then we're going to do another Wolf Boy story. And we wrote another Grim Reaper story. But all these stories were intended to be on Comixology, which is kind of like, it's gone now. So I will still upload the Kindle, but I have to get those pages finished. But if you're going to read Oh Yeah Comics number 15, I know you all will. So starting Oh Yeah Comics 15, Patrick the Wolf Boy makes his way into the Oh Yeah universe. And he is going to be a regular feature in the Oh Yeah Comics issues. So he's going to be in issue 15, he's going to be in 16, 17, and so on. So he's going to have a little featurette, like a 4-pager story in all of those books. So in issue 15, he has 2 short stories where he arrives and then he meets Action Cat. So it's really fun. Sweet. So Action Cat or Oh Yeah Comics number 15 is doing really well. It's like I'm building it up and it's progressing nicely. I have to finish my pages, but man, now I'm excited. I want to go do that. He said he likes my books are real thick. He goes, oh yeah, man, thick. Like Tootie. Yeah, Tootie got big, man. I don't know what happened. She turned into a woman before our eyes. She ditched the roller skates and got a cool hairstyle. Remember that? She's real cute, though, Tootie. Kim Fields? Yeah, she's a cutie. Sweet. Sweet for Kim Fields. I want to thank you all for joining me here today. I was going to go on and said, I'm going to see if I could talk for an hour. And I did. It was at 48-minute mark where I'm like, I think I can finish now, but I'm going to keep going. We surpassed or bypassed. We passed the hour mark. So stay tuned here. Anywhere you're watching me right now, it's on Facebook or YouTube. I will return. I'm going to do this again. I'm going to make this part of my regular continuity. I really like this. I like dressing up. I wear bow ties for you guys. It's fun. We'll talk about White Sox. The playoffs start when I'm in New York City. Hopefully when I get home, I can watch them win. I think there's 2 games that weekend. I think there's 2 games, and then they go to Houston for the next 2. But we'll see. Because I really want to watch the game with my family because I want to see the joy the White Sox wins bring. And hopefully we'll do good. The Sox won the last 4 in a row. They've been playing really well. They've been getting hits. They've been stealing bases. The pitchers have been striking out guys. And, man, it's so much fun to watch them. And there's only 3 games left. There's today and then 3 games. They're playing the Tigers, which the last time they played the Tigers, they're butting heads. There was a little bit of tension there. So hopefully they won't cause any more tension because they have to be careful because right now they want to suspend Tim Anderson for shoving an umpire. But he did not. He is appealing because he said he did not shove the umpire. out of anger, he shoved it to separate people because they were about to fight, but the umpire didn't like it. So hopefully they don't get in trouble the next 3 days because we need all our guys for the playoffs, man. And if Tim Anderson's appeal could go through the playoffs and maybe the suspension could, it's either going to start, suspension will even start tomorrow. They're supposed to be suspended for 3 games, so that'll be the last 3 games. Or if he appeals, it might go down to 2 games or 1 game. Hopefully it doesn't go into the playoffs. That would be awful. That'd be a dirty trick for baseball to play on him. You're suspended for 2 games of the playoffs. Like, no, we need him. So, but the Sox are doing really well, man. They got all their guys healthy. And it would be a dream. I haven't seen this since 2005 when they won the World Series. And I was crying every day for a month. I'm going to do that again. Prepare. Prepare in the tears. Prepare the aqueducts for tears. D. Brad says, have a great day. Until next time. Same our time. Same our channel. Yeah, man. Follow me when you see me. Follow the links, man. Send me some love. You guys are awesome. I got to prepare. I can't just jump into it, see? I got to prepare the background. And hopefully soon I'll have a new reveal. I have a song written by Rand Bellavia from Ookla the Mock. I'm going to reveal that unto the world soon. I got to put it in a little video. But you guys are awesome. Thank you for following me. Thank you for watching. You know those things. What were they? No fighting, no crying. Be nice to each other. Do the things that make you happy. And I don't know. Be positive, man. You guys are awesome. Okay, bye-bye.